Hi there, your boy is back with another crazy story of his. I hope you enjoy it, maybe learn from it or find it pretty entertaining. Let's jump right into it. Southwest. This all takes place when I was 15 years old. My dad had bought a motorcycle when I was 14 and taught me how to drive it. I've got some scratches here and there from learning how to drive, but that's for another story to tell. So I basically already knew how to fully ride it at 15, since I started learning at 14. The bike he got was like a dirt bike, but on steroids. It was street legal, but very much too powerful, and very much too powerful for a 15-year-old to ride on. But I'm not gonna lie, I felt like a badass on it. It was a 2002 KTM, had a 650 cubic centimeters engine and pushed over 100 horsepower, since it was modified as well as tuned. So this thing could really rip. I mean, it was fast as hell. Now because of that, I only driven it on special tracks or trails. The place where we would usually go was this big forest. There were sand tracks, trails and main roads. Mostly the whole area was covered with woods. So I couldn't ride on those main roads, since I did not have my driver's license for that, so I usually just driven on the track all the time. I can't count how many times I had almost injured myself badly on that thing, had fell over multiple times. Even my first ride with it was just with a mask, because I forgot the helmet at home. But this story is not particularly about hurting myself. To mention, there were zones in the forest we were riding in that belonged to the army. Alright, enough of details, let's get into talking about what actually happened there. So I've been riding through the trails and track for about 1 hour this time, and I thought to myself, hey, I want to explore some more of this brilliant place. So I just take some turns and start heading into the main road. Now, sometimes the main road was guarded or watched by the police, and luckily this time there weren't any. So I'm popping wheelies, accelerating throughout the road, and I take another turn which leads more into the forest. And I see a sign which says something like, "Do not trespass, military zone." And I think to myself, okay, don't tell me what to do, big boy, and I just peel into the zone. Now, there were many troops in the zone. They even had permission to shoot the intruder if there were any, so me driving there with zero fucks given wasn't the smartest move. Anyways, I don't know how I'm still not noticed at that point, while still driving right into the core of the zone. And I see a military car just patrolling the area in the distance, so I stop for a moment and start waiting for them to pass by. They were driving suspiciously slow for some reason. And they suddenly take a turn in my direction and just slams the gas pedal facing me with the Jeep they were in. Now, they were pretty far away, but the car they were driving was pretty fast, I'm not gonna lie. So I quickly make a 180 turn and just pull the throttle all the way back, and the view behind me was just incredible. The adrenaline pushing my blood through the veins was undescribable. I just peeked behind me through the mirror and I couldn't see shit, couldn't see them for a while, so I just took a turn to the forest, to hide from them. Now, I was in the sandy trails, so it was hard to drive there with the bike and near damn impossible with a car. So after making the turn, I drive some more into these woods and stop for a second, feeling all badass, forgetting one thing: they know that forest is their 5 fingers. So after some moments I just see the headlights coming towards me through the woods even. And I think to myself, damn, these army men ain't fucking around. So I peel off into the sand track and slowly just maneuver through it, and as I turn my head back around I see 3 Jeeps, 3 of those motherfuckers driving right behind me. The sand was getting more and more hard to drive by, so they finally stopped driving with the military Jeeps and started chasing me on foot. And this whole time I'm just thinking to myself, if they catch me, I'm probably dead, as they think I'm some kind of spy or something. So I managed to finally lose them, as they were much slower on foot and couldn't chase me with cars. But in the moment, with the anxiety and paranoia, I thought I was completely fucked. After a while I find my way back to my dad and just tell him we gotta pack our things and go. There's no time to explain, since we came with a bus in which the bike was strapped before. So we quickly get the bike in the back of the bus and drive out to the main road. And we just watch the special forces pass us by. Same 3 cars were looking for me on the main road. They even got the special quads on the road to be able to drive in the harder reachable areas. And my dad just goes, "What the fuck happened back there? Did you steal their guns or something?" After all I explain the whole thing to my dad, I tell him the story of what happened and he just burst out laughing. So yeah, in the end, they did not catch me. I don't even understand why was it so important to catch me, as I did not take anything from them or do anything illegal. Well, I drove illegally on the main roads and trespassed, but I did not cause anything to happen, despite the whole chase thing. Yeah, so in the end everything turned out to be fine. We did not come back there for a hole as we could get recognized with the same bike and everything turned out to be just fine. So, the moral of this story would be, drive safely, don't do what I did or fuck it, just know your ways of creating a grand plan to escape the consequences, it's all there is. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this story time, leave a like if you did, follow me for more and see you in the next one. Stay lit.